Okay, anyways, just a quick little video for the Clips channel. This is going to be what my, I believe, account looks like as of this current point as a free-to-play player, right? We are currently level 38. Lucky dog, it is what it is. I have reached platinum rank in arena, not just for arena. I actually hit platinum rank even in RTA, guys. Even in RTA 2200 plat 1, bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. I think I'm gonna be good for now, right? I think I'm gonna be good for now. So just taking a look, we have roughly 57.6% win rate, 45 victory, 33 defeat, which personally as a free to play, I think this is honestly not too shabby, right? So if you take a look at the battle record, I think this has been an overwhelming W, right? This was my final match before I promoted. I banned this, I outsped his entire team, and he instantly left, right? We can just take a little bit of a replay. So the drafting went as per usual. Yep, he didn't ban my Marvel, which I think at this point, anybody free to play in the world right now, if you don't ban Marvel, you just get Walaki, right? If you don't ban Marvel, you literally just get Walaki. So I go back in with the Heinrich, great slap, and then he just left again. Yep, so just a general rule of thumb for PvP, if you guys are interested, even as a free-to-play, non-free-to-play, whatever you are, if you see Marvel, you just ban Marvel, like straight up. Because the moment you let him go, he will just make your entire team not go. And you don't really want to risk that shit, because if he gets it off, you just don't play the game, right? And I don't think most players in PvP right now have built up a turn 2 team, except for, I guess, like Giga Oilers, because everyone should still be relatively in the earlier stages where they're farming like Doki and Terra. Nobody, I don't think anyone has. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think anyone has been farming Aurora, right? This is like a really niche set, but to be honest, I believe this will be the end game set because of this over here, Bulwark, right? Bulwark set, and I believe towards the end you also get a lot of these. We have the crit rate 2-piece for DPS. You have this blood buff 2-piece, which is absolutely insane, by the way. This thing literally prevents cleave, because it reduces damage by 55%, so like it drastically reduces the potential of you getting one shot, right? So I believe this is where most endgame players, when they go towards standard, everybody will be farming Aura. But in the early game, especially for like early game progression in PvE, most people probably are farming Doki for the speed set, as well as Termaton for like the onslaught set. So these two are like the beginners. So as of now in PvP, it is, I would say 90% of the teams that I've matched, they are almost all cleavers. I think I matched one guy that was not a cleaver. Wait, let me see if I can find the match that was not a cleaver. Was it Aventry? No, it's not Aventry. Was it Imba? Nope, it was not Imba. Was it Linz? No. Yeah, most people are just cleavers, guys. Okay, I guess this is not really a cleaver to a certain extent. Right, he tried to play this as like a turn 2, right, with Hellkit and Elif to try to crowd control. So let's just see how this match went. He banned out my Marvel, I believe. We still went ahead and land our debuffs. We got ourselves our hits. Elif gets us this thingamabob. Minus speed. Lily goes for the twin trick. Okay, so I guess this is a little bit more towards turn 2, right? Because he got this big ass shield, which I really fucks with our DPS. So he comes back in over here. Lands the freeze on Hellkit. Okay, we finally got off our ult. Land a little bit of debuff. I think at this point his gear might not be good enough to survive, because you can see my team is like starting to get cooked, right? But I don't think his Hellkit is strong enough. Right, so I actually just one-shot a Hellkit over there with my Lien. And then from this point, I sort of just win the game. But if his Hellkit was built properly and he actually tanked that, there was a very good chance that we could have lost this. So I guess this is what turn 2 players look like, because nobody has the proper gear. Right? Nobody has a proper gear as of this point. But eventually in the future for PvP, I think that would be how the meta looks like. So yep, TLDR, if you see Marvel, ban Marvel, and just try to outspeed, right? So that's pretty much it for how it went for my PvP journey. As of this point, my builds, my 3 6-stars are Lien, Heinrich, as well as Grey. And yep, this is the skin. I actually got a skin. If you reach plat rank in RTA, you get a Grey skin. free to play, by the way. Free to play, by the way. Absolute cinema, right? So these are my 3 6 stars. Me personally, I am heavily. Whoa, hold up. Fuck. Alright, this was. I'm heavily leaning towards using my reset onto my Lien, right? I'm gonna use my reset onto my Lien, namely for these 3 perfect latues, but you actually don't get to use these, right? The fire GPs on a DPS or any unit that's not fire. So essentially what your resources you obtain back from the refund is mainly gonna be the Shadow Prince as well as the EXP boost. This 200 gold EXP boost, by the way. I am thinking towards the final, because this is gonna go away in one day, right? I am going to be removing my Lien, dump the resources, ice, and the experience as well as the ascension to 6 star into this man over here. Yep. I know he does, I believe, one of, if not the highest single target DPS in the game right now. And the main reason why I want to do this, actually there are 2 reasons. The first of which being because my union, right? My union GNS, not to be confused with Gooners, this is greedy and stupid, right? My guild GNS, we are actually pretty logged in. We are pretty logged in for our leader one and everything. So you can take a look over here in terms of like our ranking, right? I guess it's not that crazy compared to the Giga Whales, but we do want to try to push up as much as possible. So in our worm, I'm actually the rank 3 in my entire guild as a free-to-play. But this is not because of my account, but this is because I borrowed this D-Ting from like one of our guildies. This D-Ting did like 5 kabillion damage. I'm not sure if you can see the replay. Okay, oh my god, actually see the replay from this absolute cinema, right? So you can see the damage from this D-Ting over here, right? So we let our debuffs. This is not even my D-Ting. We let all of our debuffs. I also borrowed a Ling Luo for a little bit more sustain. I see this damage from D-Ting, guys. See this damage from D-Ting, right? Look. Boom. Marks in. 154k into 92. That shit literally did 250,000 in a single hit. This is my Rosa. My Rosa barely hits 10k on the follow-up. Motherfucker did 250k from a single ultimate. And as the battle drags on, look at him. His basic does 180k. His basic attack is 180k. As our unit, by the way, right? So I think in terms of like union rate, right, union boss, or this kind of single target burst DPS, D-Ting is the strongest DPS, bar none. I don't think anyone is out DPSing D-Ting, with the only exception being probably what's the guy's name? The fire guy. This guy, right? This guy is probably like his side grade or potentially upgrade because he's an SR. He is also an extremely, yep, Kloros, right? He's an extremely strong single target burst DPS. But if players do not have him, honestly, D-Ting is just like absolutely. He is. If you guys play Epic 7, he is literally specialty change Commander Lorena, right? I think if you guys play that game, that unit is like used almost every single PV content because our single target burst DPS is just that high. And I do believe resetting my Lien into D-Ting, not only would it help me for my union, it will also help me in this over here, right? So fun fact, I actually went and take a look at this thing, right? Turns out, for Terramaton, which is supposed to be a green unit in which you use your Lien, right? You use your Lien for Terramaton. For the Hell 14, the fastest clears did not have a single Lien. It's almost exclusively D-Ting Kuroro, or they use Shadow Sanya for DOT. There was literally not a single Lien in terms of clear speed. It's all Kuroro / Shadow Sanya, or D-Ting, right? So, yep, these are all the DOT teams, You can see a recent clear as well. Alright, a lot of DOTs, right? We have a Victor main here over Holy Base, and then Klolo, D-Ting, Klolo, Shadow Sanya, right? Shadow Sanya, D-Ting, right? Literally not a single Lien clear. Okay, we have a couple of Hell kits, but not a single Lien clear in Terramaton Hell 4. So, I feel like at this point, if I am going to refund Lien, not only do I get back my resources to instantly make D-Ting a 6 star, I can also save my perfect lettuce, right? The perfect lettuce, because now that I don't have to invest perfect lettuce into Lien, I can actually invest into other SSR DPS, because perfect lettuce is an extremely rare resource, whereas for the SR lettuce, they are technically a little bit more abundant, right? They are a little bit more abundant, so it's more like divesting your resources to get like the best, like for example, if D-Ting can do what Lien is doing right now, why would I even use Lien for a content that she was technically supposed to be built for? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would you use Fire Sermia if Commander Lorena does more damage, and then you can save the resources from Fire Sermia and give it to other SSRs? So that is sort of like my thought process. So I am most likely towards the last day going to reset my Lien, give the Ascension and level materials to D-Ting, so that now D-Ting can be used for Hell 4 Terramatron in the future when I get my shells, as well as Union Boss, right? As well as Union Boss. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be able to use D-Ting in PvP, because if you get outcleaved, D-Ting just dies instantly, right? But to be fair, that same sentiment also goes into Lien. Like any of these like PvE DPS, they work now, right? You can use your Rio Mushe, you can use your Lien, you can use your D-Ting, but as long as you get outsped and you get crowd control, they're all gone. So they're not really exactly built for PvP, especially as you go towards the late game. Other than that, for the materials, especially the SSR Lattice that I'm gonna be getting for my refund, I'm gonna be getting, I believe, 3 of this thingy back, right? Because I upgraded a little bit here. I am probably most likely either dumping all into Rosa. Rosa is a unit that deserves every single up, because she is going to be one of the best sub DPS / mid DPS for a lot of different content, for both PvP and PvE. Either for Rosa, or I might start considering raising up Hellkit. I've seen another excellent Etheria restart, my favorite, Genazet, right? His Hellkit is level 6, right? As in 6-star Ascension Max, and this shield is a little bit fucking crazy. So it's either between SSR Laticing Rosa for DPS or Hellkit in the future for a little bit more sustain, going towards like the standard RTA gameplay instead of getting cleaved all the time. And then the fire materials, they are definitely going to Hellkit, right? It's just that I don't really have an option of raising any other fire units, so I might as well just be saving that for Hellkit. So that is how I would break down what would I do after I reset Lien. Reset Lien, build D-Ting, SSR Lattice to Rosa, fire materials to Hellkit. So that is how I would go in progression. So even if I don't have Lien, I can still clear Terramaton using D-Ting and D-Ting, right? So that is how I am going about it. When to reset Lien, you guys literally have 1 day, right? This event goes away in 1 day. So once this thing goes away, it's gone. So I'm probably just waiting for the last day. Honestly, I can do it right now. There's honestly no reason why I couldn't do it right now. But just I don't have enough SR Lattice to give D-Ting his skills. So I'm just sort of chilling a little bit in case I want to use Lien for like any sort of the farming thing. So that's pretty much how it goes. Aside from that, my SR units, actually, okay, before we go into SR units, right, you can see that my SSRs, I really only raise like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that is pretty much it. I raise very little units because I'm super fixated on like extremely high vertical investments, getting as little units as possible to 6 stars as fast as possible. Then all these other 5 stars, they're just chilling, right? They're just chilling. Eventually, I will build them, but it's just not now, because I believe vertical investments, especially in the early game, is gonna help you a lot better than like multiple 5 stars, right? So that is pretty much it. In terms of SR, I have raised these 3, 4, mainly these. Okay, actually not even 4, it's like 3. Kragan, Marvel, and Grey, they are like my most used SR unit. Sanya, I'm gonna be so for real. I literally have not used her like ever. Like all of my farming, my sustain is wealth. I'm literally just running well sustain to get infinite action value and just play the enemy and just don't die. So I don't even use Sanya for like every single content. Like, even till this day, I have pretty much not used her. I know later on towards the end when Marvel's action value is gonna get impacted, because I believe if you want to farm Terramaton, the action value like delay, it gets like half or something, so it's not gonna be as safe. So you actually need to build like a proper sustain. And then towards that part, I might use Sanya, but we are getting a free Ling Luo, I believe tomorrow or the day after. So I'm gonna just chill and wait a little bit and see if I really need to raise Sanya. Otherwise, I'm just gonna raise like a level 5 Ling Luo and just let her carry from there, because SR Lattice, they're also pretty rare, especially in the early game. So that's how I'm going. Kragan and Grey, these two are like my combo pick. I think Grey as my 6 star, till this day, I have no regrets. He's been carrying me in almost every single PvE. I use him sometimes in PvP, but after I built like my Dragon and now that I built my Rosa, I don't really use him as frequently. But if I need to use him as like a counterpick DPS, I still use him. But I think he's a super chill, especially at this point in the game. No regrets whatsoever. And then Kragan, he is pretty much like doubling as like my PvP control as well as PvE control for Doki Doki. But mainly, I'm just gonna be so for real. Huge shout out to Sarah of the Lake. Huge shout out to Sarah of the Lake. You know, after looking at Sarah cooking with Kragan, this guy is absolutely him, right? So I love playing PvP, even though it's like super early. I don't think any free-to-play should even consider playing PvP because you're just gonna get absolutely fucking destroyed. I think Kragan is absolutely fucking insane. Until eventually in the future, when they introduce more like action value cutters, when they introduce like immunity, then that's when I think Kragan will be like more cooked. But for now, I think he has fulfilled his purpose wonderfully. And eventually, if you want to use him in Doki Doki, that's also fine. Even like your GP farming against like mobs of like waves of mobs, his crowd control is still really nice. So that's pretty much it for now in terms of SR and SSR Lattice, right? In terms of Lattice, I all in Rosa, right? Rosa is my only unit with a maxed out SSR skill, and I have no regrets. I think this is one of the best upgrade you could do if you are someone that have been running like reload Mushin, right? The red. If you've been running a green red, I think green red S3 maxed out is also super nice, especially with Doki farming. But for me, I'm gonna go with the Rosa route, so I just maxed out. Eventually, I'm also gonna max out S3 and probably even an S1 for the action value delay. So this will be my #1 objective in terms of leveling to the max. Everyone else, honestly, I just didn't touch at all, right? Almost every single SSR that I have, they're all at level 1, right? Yeah, they're all at level, even higher than because I believe that leveling DPS is gonna be better than leveling of supports, right? So that is what I personally feel. Eventually, Rosa Lian, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna reset it. For my SR Lattice, I went all in for Grey, S3, S2, so that he basically only has like a 1 turn downtime from his crit rate into an ultimate slam. And then I maxed out Marvel's S5 because I'm a PvP maniac, and eventually I will max out the S3 as well. But I would say that in PvP nowadays, it is very difficult to even play Marvel because he's either getting banned or he's getting first pick. So I'm saving a little bit. And then Kragan, I think I'm eventually gonna max out this S3, maybe even the S1 for a little bit of the speed tracers, and then S2 eventually as well, but that's gonna be later. But right now, my #1 priority for SR is most likely gonna be pumping everything all into D-Ting. Once I reset my Lian, I'll probably be using every single one of my Lattice to just max out his S2 and S3 because this guy just does absolutely insane damage, and you know I want to finish up my Terramaton, I want to do my unit and everything. So yep, that is pretty much how my account is looking like as of this current moment. My stamina progression, ever since I hit level 35, I all in, right? No, not this. I all in Nico Nana, right? Every single stamina from level 35 all the way through up to now, I'm still max refreshing level 38. Every single resource is all in Nico Nana, right? Because I want to get like a very good White Fang, as well as Gigabyte. I don't really see any use for this guy for now, and then this guy is just like a PvP anti-cutter, right? So if you get like a debuff, I think he's gonna be quite nice as well. So that is pretty much. Whoa, okay, that's bad. Oh my fucking god, chat! Okay, we're done. Okay, we're done. I think I'm done, guys. Oh my fucking god. The perfect White Fang. Bro, I genuinely think this is pretty much it's either Onslaught 3, Swift Rush 3, or Onslaught 3, Harvest 3. Like, this is it. Onslaught Key Knight, fuck that. But because the thing is, you can't even farm Key Knight for it. But okay, I'm absolutely gonna be. Because my rationale for this shells, right, is that even if you get like Key Knight and everything, you can't even make use of this guy. So I have a 2 Onslaught and 3 Key Knight, which I wanted to use. But I'm thinking, if I'm gonna be replacing White Fang in the future with like another like 3 Slaughter, for example, Codex of Magic and all this other DPS, and I can't even farm Keen Eye now, then I will never make use of this. You know what I'm saying? I will literally never make use of this until I get the relics. But 3 Onslaught and Speed, in my opinion for now, this is it. Because you can actually make use of both sets at the same time. So you can get like speed plus attack. This is not an end game shell anyways. It's like a mid game shell as you go into final end game with like three of these, right? So that is my thought process for now. I am quite okay with that. Yep. Okay. Any questions before we wrap up this video for the clip channel? Oh, okay. Level 38. Insane. Boom. Boom. Whoa. Okay, very good. Level 40. What is my last the end quest? The moment you finish this, you can reset. The moment you are done with Animus Fate, like the entirety of this, you can reset, right? So this point onwards, you don't need Lian anymore, right? This is pretty much it. So you don't have to use Lian. And the moment you're done with this, the final expert training tree, you're done. You are actually, you might be able to be done around, I believe here, right? Technically, the moment you're finished with this, you are more or less done. Because I don't think anything here is that important. Yeah. What do you do in Phantom Theater? My Phantom Theater, just find a whale. Yep, I usually do this off stream when I end. I'll just find a whale. So basically, I go into the room list and I find a whale here, right? You can literally find anybody here and just request to join. If we have like level 40s, level 30 or whatever, and then just join. And then just get over it now. Right? So that's what I do. But this is basically 2-man PvE. You have a team, they have a team, then both of y'all make a team, and then just try to get a very high score. So if you take a look at my, I'm not sure if you can see the previous ranking over here. Okay, I don't think you can see the previous ranking, but you just get SSS, right? The moment you get SSS, you get max rewards, then you are more than that. So just fun, right? Okay, so I believe this covers everything I have, right? How do you get a gray skin? Yeah, you reach platinum in RTA. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Do you get anything from the summon shop? Okay, one last thing before I bounce. What do I get from the shop? So, Union shop, I always get this. Because, you know, it is one of the most important things. I think the second order of priority would be your perfect lettuce, right? Your perfect lettuce, because this is, I believe, 900 for 15 and you 50 for 1. Whereas this is like instant upgrade because you want to 6-star a lot of people as fast as possible. So I always get this first. Second order of priority, I'll probably get this, followed by this, right? Your lettuce. So I do shadow, red shadow into gold lettuce and purple lettuce. And all the other stuff will just see what they have. Summon shop, I got these two. Right, I got these two, right, the red shadow as well as this. Then I'm gonna be saving because this resets, I believe, every single week. And I know that it is pretty much unsustainable for free to play to just keep slamming summons all in, right? So I'm just gonna save, and then eventually I'll probably get perfect lettuce again and then just save it from there. Arena shop, I don't know why this so I guess I bought this after the reset, but I'll always get this first, right? The math for your arena shop, by the way, I believe someone calculated, I'm not too sure, this is 7,500, right? So if you want to guarantee this, you need to refresh 35 times, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, let me do it quick. Because you may get 110 per win, and you get 5 a week. So this is times 5 times 7, you get 3,850. You get 3,850, not inclusive of your rank up rewards, right? Because every single week when you rank up, you also get a couple of these things over here. Oh, wait, you can see how you lost. Wait, you can see how you lost, guys. Wait, this is so good. Epic 7. It's time to improve, right? Oh, he tried to cleave me, but I outsped him. Oh, he tried to cleave me, but I outsped him. And I think he just went next after this. Kraken. Boom. Okay, we didn't even land a freeze on that guy. Oh, okay, let's try that. That's over. Alright, very, very good. Yeah. Okay, so you get 3,850, assuming you get every single time you win 5 arena tickets, 7 days. But this is not inclusive of like these, right? Because you still get a decent chunk over here. So I think this combined is what? 1,200 plus 1,200 plus 1,200 plus... This is 3,600. So you get 7,450. You get 7,450 a week. This is just one-time clear, so I'm not going to count them. Yeah, so you get 7,450 a week, which is technically 1 away from getting this. It's 1 away. And this assumes you win every single one. If you lose, you only at 60, right? So, me personally, I think if you want to clean up a couple more, I would just max refresh probably like 1 or 2 days just to at least ensure this. And after you ensure this, you could go for the SR, you could go for like the pools. It depends, but this should be the #1 priority for this thing over here, right? Then Summit Arena. This is, I believe, 2,000 a week from your dailies, from your weeklies. You can only earn 2,000 a week. And then you have a couple of rank up rewards in there. But I think your SSR pools for your ML I think this is super fucking important because this is basically 3 times the price of like a normal pool, right? This is 300 gems. So I will always clear this out first. I got this, but I think in hindsight, I would have gotten this. Yeah, in hindsight, I would have gotten this before this, but I really wanted to max out at level 6, so that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anima shop, no. I did not spend a single anima ticket. Not a single one. I don't think there's any purpose for now. If I get it, sure. If I don't get it, it is what it is, because I don't think dupes are that important. Maybe if I reach like S4, like I got 4 dupes, and then I need my final dupe to unlock the S5. So for example, my Heinrich right now, as a free play, I think I'm at S2. Very relatable. So if I eventually get an S4 Heinrich, I might exchange this just for the S5, because S5 is pretty nice for the damage reduction anyway. So that's pretty much it. Module shop, this is after you go to level 35 and you unlock this. I don't think you need to touch this at all, because I'm guessing Baowak will be the best, because this is probably one of the hardest things to farm. So yep, that is pretty much it. I think we're gonna end off this video here. My modules, they are almost completely unleveled. Almost every single one of my modules, unless it's like perfect, right? This piece, it basically was perfect. This is probably like the best piece of my entire account. 9 speed with Mythic. Probably could have just left at level 12 since it's not a triple, but most of all of my matrix, my modules, they are essentially at level 9, level 6. A couple of level 12 here and there, but usually I don't ever go beyond level 9, because this Etheria coin thing, it goes away like instantly. I think if you bring from +1 to +15, I'm pretty sure it costs like more than 1 million coins. So I'm like super stringent. And the worst part about this is if you were to refund, right? If you were to refund this, you only get back 40%. Whereas compared to shells, if you were to kill your old shell, like for example, if you want to kill Emiryuu over here, I get back 70%. So I try to just as much as possible don't touch my modules, because none of these are going to be endgame. Because the endgame is going to be a triple, right? They're all going to be triple sets. So all of these are going to be gone. So as much as possible, I don't waste. As long as I can clear at the current highest point of difficulty, then I'm good enough. So for me, for my account, as long as I can full auto farm Green Pursuit, Nico, Nana, I'm good. I don't need any other external vertical investments, because this is what I'm farming anyways, right? So that's how I'm going about it. If you don't max refresh, I don't think you break your account, but I think you're losing out a lot. You're losing out a lot of progression, because the thing is, right, we are going to be getting the 2 times drop event very soon, at least based in CBT, right? In CBT, I believe at the end of the week, you get a 2 times drop refresh for your investigation, for your GP outpost, as well as your threshold. I don't think there was a 2 times for Green Pursuit. So these 3 each day, you're getting 2 times, right? So ideal scenario, you actually power leveled far enough to farm Hell 4 by the time this opens. That is the perfect ideal scenario, right? This is the absolute, because all these, they are endgame. If you are not strong enough to do Hell 4, I probably would go towards either investigation or GP outpost. Investigation, the good thing about this is, right, it's very easy, so everybody should be able to get this, at least compared to Hell 4, and it drops like summons. Like this thing drops like gems and summons sometimes. So if you get a double, you actually double that, which is actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad. So holy, this is very long video for the clip channel, but yep, this is my current progression, day 6. It's been 6 days, right? Yeah, day 6 into Etheria restart. Alright, let me know what questions you guys have. Maybe I'll answer them. If not, hop on our Discord. I'm super active in the Discord, and yep, see you guys there, right? Bye bye.